Welcome to Tales of the Lesser Medium, a podcast that pokes fun at video game narratives. This episode is a special in-between episode, a lesser-sode. That's a Tales of the Even Lesser Medium, because these will be a series of quick hitters as we continue to work on the next full episodes. Each season, me, Caleb J. Ross, and my co-host, Travis Terry, take you through our favorite video game franchise narratives, taking time along the way for humorous skits to make you laugh, and to make us feel like we've contributed to this world in some, admittedly minor, way.
Whoa, that's not true, Caleb. We're doing very, very important work here.
Like curing cancer important?
Well, I think it depends. Would you consider this an 8-bit cancer or a 16-bit cancer? What? Cancer isn't measured in bits?
No, it is not. Thus concludes all I know about cancer. We are glad you're here, listeners, even if we aren't curing cancer. This is a special episode. Frequent listeners will know that we've historically released groups of related episodes as seasons, but seasons take a long time to put together. And Travis and I, well, we have a comedy itch that must be scratched a little bit more often.
Oh, and I have a few other types of itches too. Here I have some rashes here. That if you want to look here, this one's a little bit of pus coming out. I don't know if they should.
That is
Should I
awful.
see a doctor?
Yeah.
They said I had COVID navel, like not full blown, just like a patch of it. So
I guess that's better.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it might be. Yeah.
So with this episode, rather than stretching a single complex series narrative over multiple episodes, we're cramming several laughably simplistic game narratives into a single episode. And how exactly are we going to do that, you ask?
Well, we're going to do it with passion.
No.
Well, I sense that we're going to do it with vigorous laziness.
Maybe. Keep going though.
Maybe that. We're going to do it with horny. No. Yeah, with horny.
Just horny.
Yeah.
All right. I think we could do that, right?
We could try it.
We're ripping the stories of retro games straight from the instruction manuals themselves. Fans of retro games, specifically 16-bit games and earlier, know that the instruction manuals often contained short narratives to establish the player in the game world in ways that the small cartridge sizes simply didn't have the ability to do through visuals and in-game world building. But instruction manual page space isn't infinite either, so the result is often a few paragraphs full of trite melodrama.
Yeah, man, you get to read things like evil person attacks village, or evil person kidnaps princess, or radioactive pet frog jumps down hole leading its owner to find a souped-up tank underground he uses to kill evil plutonium monsters living below the Earth's crust.
Well, Travis, you nailed the first two examples, but that third Master Blaster one, it's melodramatic, sure, but I have to give it credit for its creativity.
I think you mean Blaster Master. Master Blaster is the nickname for that one guy you know who's really good at glory holing.
So it is. Speaking of which, did you know I was once an apprentice blaster for years, actually?
Really? Mm-hmm. Why did you quit?
Yeah, I lacked passion. I was all whole and no glory.
Yeah. Sad.
They kick you right out for that after several years.
Oh, I bet.
But today, we aren't talking about Master Blaster.
Blaster Master.
Okay, we're not talking about that either. Today, we're talking about 3 other NES games, the 3D battles of Worldrunner, Toki, and Astyanax. 3 games that are much less well-known than Master Blaster.
Or Blaster Master, specifically.
And so, in hindsight, probably aren't the best choices for our first episode of this format, but we don't think ahead, so... First up, let's explore the world of the 3D battles of Worldrunner.
It's a mouthful.
It is a mouthful. All right. So let's lead in with a little bit about the game. The 3D Battles of Worldrunner is a third-person action runner game with an NES-style over-the-shoulder camera angle similar to Cosmic Epsilon on the Famicom, or the later and much more well-known Space Harrier, which was first ported to the Sega Master System in 1986. Now, I remember this game having incredibly annoying, upbeat, looping background music, which will understandably seem odd after you hear the devastating events surrounding our hero's journey. So,
all right.
Keep in mind, everything we say from here on out, other than our witty quips, of course, come directly from the instruction manual.
And we wanted to make that clear so you don't think we're this bad at writing.
It's pretty great. So let's get on with 3D Battles of Worldrunner.
All right.
Battles of Worldrunner. That's the heading for this section, by the way.
Oh.
Solar System number 517 is being terrorized by a gang of alien serpent beasts. None of the 8 worlds are safe, and no one seems able to stop this massive invasion. In short, number 517 is in deep trouble.
Huh. So, given the number, did 517 not learn anything from numbers 1 through number 516? You'd think that whoever's in charge of this place would have used their intel to formulate a different strategy. The president or whoever is like, General Pootnickel, alien serpent beasts, I believe they were called there, are sticklers for serial continuity for some reason. They go in order. They're very good at it. So tell me why we have not prepared ourselves better for this invasion, or any of the other invasions we've ever had here.
Well, sir, number 517 is simply just so much different than the other solar systems.
How so?
Well, for one, every planet in number 517 has land covered in a checkerboard pattern.
Well, so does 516.
Yeah, no, with all due respect, sir, number 516 is covered in an arrangement of intersecting horizontal and vertical lines. See the difference there?
You are describing a checkerboard, Pootnickel.
Are you serious, Mr. President?
I'm always serious.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, how about this difference? The planets of 517 have pastel-colored skies. Now, see, every other solar system has soft-hued skies.
That's the definition of pastel.
You're fucking with me, right?
No, and don't say fucking in front of the president.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, here's a big difference, okay? The native inhabitants of the other solar systems taste like humans. My scouting platoon tells me that alien serpent beasts love the taste of humans.
Pootnickel, we are humans.
What? Why wasn't that fucking information in my mission briefing?
Pootnickel!
These damn kids. So back to the instruction manual text. They need someone who can run fast, someone who can jump from world to world, and someone who's more than handy with a laser missile. They need you.
Oh.
Part 2, The Scene. The place, Solar System number 517. The problem, invasion by Grax and his gang of galactic thugs, better known as alien serpent beasts.
Well, to us, they're known as alien serpent beast.
That's right, because we are hateful humans. Amongst themselves, they are, of course, known as Frank, Bill, Stacy, and Flargon, destroyer of worlds and pillager of galaxies.
Flargon? Why do I feel like anyone named Flargon is always in a full-body mechanic suit and smells like beer and diesel? God, I want to call him Dad now. Is my dad's name Flargon?
It's a good name. I mean, you could be so lucky.
It's a strong name.
It's a very strong name, yeah.
It does feel like something you should put beer in. Am I thinking of a flagon?
You're probably thinking a flagon of mead. Yep, a flagon of mead. Or you're thinking of a cup and you just don't know how to spell or pronounce cup.
Or it could be a term for if you've had way too many flagons and someone across the bar says, man, that guy is way too flargon.
Boo. Okay, back to the text. Not only is Grax ruthless, shrewd, powerful, and totally terrifying, he also has 7 brothers who are every bit as unfriendly as he is. What's more, he has summoned all his brothers and an endless army of buddies to help him in this wretched ploy.
It's weird to me that someone evil has buddies. I don't know why I think it's weird. But I'm also not sure we needed to know the whole family ordeal there. I mean, we learned that this guy has 7 awful brothers. But they aren't at all involved in the game itself. I guess thanks, Manual, for all that information.
Yeah, I think the story was written by the youngest boy in a family of, 8 sons. Everything he writes, of course, has to express his hatred for his older brothers.
Yeah, like even in school, all his writing assignments were just different ways he could describe hating his brothers.
Yeah, his teacher was like,
Thank you for turning in your World War II essay on time this week, Grax. Very, very much appreciated. Now let me just peruse it here.
Can I go home now?
Wait, not quite. I have a problem. See, I have a problem with this, Grax. I see here you wrote in World War II, Hitler used sarin gas against his enemies.
Yeah, that's true, he did.
Yeah, but then you go on to say, speaking of gas, my brothers are all wads of wet fart meat.
Yeah, farts are also gas.
Yes, but that's true. But as I've told you many times, not every essay is an opportunity to insult your brothers.
Well, should I have just said wet farts? Would that have avoided the confusion of why a fart would be made of meat?
Yes,
Wet hot meat?
Yes, it would, but that's not the point. So please stop insulting your brothers in essays, Grax.
Okay, Mrs. Cramsemtight. So, what's the next essay topic?
Let me see on my list here. It's about how you spent your summer vacation.
Well, I spent it getting farted on by my brothers.
Okay, I'll allow insults in this one.
Fuck yeah.
Hey, Grax, no cursing.
Sorry, Mrs. Cramsemtight. If that is your real name.
It's a nickname, but it's the name I will go by, okay?
I like that if her name was longer than Mrs. Cramsemtight and she let the kids call her that for short.
that would be awesome. I think your little kid voice is my favorite now.
Her name is like Mrs. Crams dozens of them in at once. But the kids couldn't say it. So she's like, just cram some tight is fine.
I love it. Okay. Back to the text. I don't know if those are going to be kept in there, but I'm going to keep saying it. It's a nice transition for me mentally.
I might pitch down your voice to make it all godly. Back to the text.
Okay. In that case, I will not try to be godly because then then half of them will sound extra godly. Back to the text. Your task is to cover all 8 of the worlds in solar system number 517, eliminating enemies as you go. You'll have to move fast, jumping over bottomless canyons as you go, and avoiding or shooting attacking enemies.
As you go. Surprised they didn't say that again there. Let's just hope, though, we only run into enemies then. How about that? That's got to be pretty confusing for soldiers. I mean, can you imagine? Like, Sergeant, sir, how do we know what is an enemy and what is an innocent bystander, sir?
Enemies will move as you approach them, Private!
Sir, I read somewhere that innocent bystanders will also move, especially out of the way of gunfire, sir?
Well, Private, you've been reading nonsense. If a so-called innocent bystander is smart enough to know to move out of the way of gunfire, then such a bystander understands war, and therefore, by nature of this bystander deciding to remain living on the enemy planet, it has chosen its side, and so is not an innocent bystander, but is indeed an enemy. You therefore kill it, Private!
Oh. Sir, what you're describing, sir, is a Catch-22 made famous by Joseph Heller's satirical novel of the same name, I believe?
Well,
sir?
Well, goddamn, Private. You're committing to catching 22 of those enemy bastards? I knew you'd come around. Along the way, you'll run into, literally, which is in parentheses, by the way, ancient columns. You can also jump on top of them. Either way, they hold many surprises, most of them beneficial, but some of them dangerous.
Oh, that's provocative, but some of them dangerous.
I'm sure that's what they meant. And I had to call out the parent parentheses here because it's interesting, as it could like either suggest a playfulness with a story, as in the writer was already getting bored after only a few sentences, as our listeners probably are as well. Hey, we get it. Or it could be like an overly cautious writer who's fearful that the reader interpreted everything prior as literal and so must make sure to call this out as the only literal element. Like the readers, reading through this instruction manual, and all of a sudden they stop and they go, wait, so this is a historical text? Like all this really happens? Oh my God, let me read on here. Wait. False alarm, everyone. False alarm. False alarm. Only this sentence is literal. I know that because it says literally in parentheses. We're safe. False. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
He's like looking around a Starbucks, pointing at it. See, guys, and everyone's like, "What the fuck is wrong with that guy? Why is he just reading a 3D Worldrunner manual in here?"
He's definitely has a bookmark in this manual as well. Like that's
it's 7 pages.
It's 7 pages. There's a bookmark that sticks up about like 3 inches from the top of it. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this is the reason why I will rub bleach in my eyes and I keep all of my sharp objects inside of children, because the instructions and warnings on stuff never use the word literally, and literally is the Simon Says of life.
I can buy into that. Yeah,
man.
Yeah. So should we move on with the story?
Yep.
You didn't say literally.
Ah, crap. Okay, let's literally move on.
Okay, back to the text. Keep going until you reach the 8th and final world. There, you must duke it out with the most dangerous of all the Dragon Brothers and save Solar System number 517 from certain collapse. Part 3, the 8 worlds of number 517. There are 8 different worlds in Solar System number 517, each one more dangerous than the next.
Wait.
Yeah, I caught that too. I think the writer meant more dangerous than the last, unless the captain of this ship is really coked out and willing to jump first into the most dangerous part of the mission.
I mean, it could be video games were young and they were still playing around with ideas like, hey guys, what if we made the game easier as you went as a reward to the player for all their hard work? Is that dumb? It is? Okay. I'm just throwing it out there.
No bad ideas. Johnson, accept that one. That was a bad idea. Hey, everybody, pay attention to Johnson's idea. That is your frame of reference for bad ideas. I think they get it, boss. Shut up, Johnson. You talking right now. Also, bad idea. 2 bad ideas from Johnson today. Anyone else?
My name is actually Chris, sir.
God
it's not.
Damn it, Steve. Back to the text. Here is a bit of info on them referring to the planets, in case you listener couldn't maintain continuity over that amazing interlude we took there. Here is a bit of info on them, just to let you know what to look for. World 1, Uno. Learn quickly how to jump the canyons. And this is a Spanish-speaking world, apparently.
Yeah, and you're supposed to pick up 4 cards from the draw pile. Get it? Because Uno, the card game. You get that one?
Yeah, no, I get it.
Okay.
Okay. World 2, Toro. This moon-like world has more canyons, and they're even closer together.
Wait.
Yeah. So I kind of want to jump on what makes this planet moon-like and why that's the best leading descriptor for it, but I'm also hit with what the writer feels is the rising risk, the growing danger with Toro compared to Uno, and its smaller gaps to jump. Maybe each world really is more dangerous than the next.
Yeah, and Toro is also bull in Spanish.
I sure hope you're smart enough to know all the rest of the worlds in Spanish, because I'm going to ask you what each one means.
Cool. So far I have, the first one is a card game in Spanish, because I'm pretty sure that's all Uno means in Spanish, is card game. And Toro, definitely bull. Yeah. I do know that.
Good. Well, get your language dictionary out, because here comes World 3, Caverno. That probably just means cavern. Damn it. Okay. World 3, Caverno.
That's what I was going to say.
Some of the canyons are so wide, you'll need special jumpers to get over them. So now we're back to wide canyons being a problem, and special shirts from England that allow you to cross these canyons somehow. I don't know. Maybe they're like stretchy and they let you glide over the canyons flying squirrel style.
I also like how it capitalized jumpers as if you should know, like you should get excited. There's jumpers. Like, you know what the fuck that is, don't you? You can jump in them. It's like, if you're reading the game, you're like, yeah, I mean, what is a jumper? Is it just shoes? What is it, Air Jordans? When I think of jumpers, I think of that overplayed Third Eye Blind song, About the Ledge, my friend.
Yeah, we should cut ties with all these lies that we've been living in, I say.
Lemonade. Yeah.
World 4.
I will understand. Sorry. Yeah.
No, keep going. I need that backing track for all of the rest of these worlds. World 4. Oh, wait. What does caverno mean in Spanish?
Cavern. I was going to say cavern. You took my answer.
Ah, okay. Well,
Yeah.
you're never going to get number 4. World 4, Quanto. Meet up with a slew of new enemies.
Quanto is actually an app for meeting a slew of new enemies, so that makes sense.
Oh,
of course.
Okay, it's Spanish
Yeah.
app, of course.
Yeah. And I don't think you meet up with enemies. I don't think there's, back to dating apps, like I don't think there's one. I mean, it'd be really cool. Like if there's an app called like Enemy Meetup, and if you're looking for like a fight, you could scroll through and find like someone racist or something and just meet up and then just fight each other. And then you can rate your opponent like it's a Yelp review. That'd be great.
So you just got to fight. I'd rate it, I don't know, 7 out of 10. Definitely brought it, that's for sure. Had some really offensive tattoos and called me lots of vulgar names. But didn't fight fair, whined a lot at the end and wouldn't shake my hand after. Fight with caution. And their
Damn.
eggs are overcooked.
Oh, you fought a guy that made you breakfast?
Well, he was confused about the app. He thought it was also he thought it served multiple purposes. And who could
He's
blame
rating
him?
you. He's like 6 out of 10. Made the guy eggs and was totally a dick about it. And,
I think that app though does exist. I think it's called Twitter, and you
Oh.
just randomly DM people. Like, yeah, that's
you don't get to actually physically fight, but it's the same thing. I got you.
if you DM your address, you can. I mean,
Oh,
there's
fair.
nothing preventing you from fighting all of these people,
Yeah, that is
except
true.
being a complete weenie, which is why I don't do it.
100% me too. Yep.
World 5, Temero. You'll need impeccable timing to slip by the hands.
Oh, and Temero is Spanish for time. That's where they
Oh,
bring up
yeah, you're
impeccable
probably
timing. I have impeccable timing with my hands, though. You know what I'm saying?
I think I do. So the focus on hands here, which just like jumpers, all capitalized, so they really want you to know about this. I'm assuming maybe it's just like a pervert planet. I mean, which I guess makes sense because then the jumpers maybe were actually just a way to cover your body in prep for this planet of perverts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I
That's
doubt
true.
they have their own coverings on pervert.
Yeah,
planet.
lots of hidden zippers on those jumpers.
Oh, yeah.
I could see that. Actually, I wish we did have a pervert planet that we could launch perverts to.
Well, I think that's what the British tried with Australia, right? Man,
that backfired. You give a bunch of perverts cool kangaroos.
that's true. Well, the
Sucks.
kangaroos are the perverts of the animal kingdom. They have the hidden pocket up front, right?
Oh, God.
just-
Yeah, you're right.
Get right in there. World 6, Aquo, an eerie underwater world.
And aquo is Spanish for man water. 'Cause it
Sure,
ends in,
sure.
ends in O, aquo.
Now, considering that we've just recently been forced through the pervert planet, I have to assume the water we're under is tears.
That's really fucking dark. I was definitely thinking heavy rinse, though. Definitely some soap.
World 7, Invinso. So, God, whoever named these planets, total dummy. Number 7, worlds. I said worlds, right? World.
Yeah,
World 7.
planet. No, it's planets, right?
Have I been saying planets or world?
I don't know.
I think world. I'm going to go with world, and if I've been saying planet, then you'll just have to use your editing skills. No, I'll say world.
So now you have to say both every time.
World Planet 7. That sounds like the kind of broken English that like someone might write as a troll voice in a video game. Like they can't just say Earth, they have to say this world planet. All right. World 7, Invinso. Some enemies here are so strong they can't be killed with your laser missiles.
And of course, that's Spanish for invincible, so it makes sense.
Makes sense. And I have to question, so we've had laser missiles this entire time. Like, when were we going to hear about this? Not until World 7 did we learn that we had laser missiles. We're worried about shirts and perverts, and we could have been just shooting everything with a laser.
I mean, not just a laser missile.
What's the difference?
I mean, no clue.
Extra word.
I got nothing.
More letters.
Yeah. I mean, if you could just throw some laser. I mean, I feel like a laser missile is a device that's just full of laser. You know, whatever the laser is, it's in there. And when you get hit with it, it explodes. You get a bunch of laser on you.
I think that's the only way it could be, because I think by definition, lasers are not solid, so you can't really package it as a single shot. It's like the lasers in like Star Wars and stuff. Like those physically just wouldn't be possible, right? Because a laser would be a continuous light beam. You couldn't actually see light moving slowly, right?
I don't know.
I don't know, man. We probably shouldn't be questioning the logic of this game the way we are. That's really the problem.
Definitely shouldn't question the logic of Star Wars if we want to keep this podcast going. Jesus Christ. Don't want to get canceled.
World 8. Fino, the most treacherous of all the worlds.
And Fino is Spanish for a brand of drinking water that they have there. You can get Fino. It's delicious. So here the most treacherous of all the worlds. And then at some point, a group of scientists will want to leave their mark on our society by declaring that Fino isn't a real planet, even if it does have a fun name and is small and cute, and you named a fish after it maybe when you were a kid, and some people will be cool with it, but others will never let it go. My solar system has 9 fucking planets, god damn it, and Pluto is one of them, and I won't hear anybody say anything different. It's so what if it hangs out in Neptune's orbit for a little while?
Oh, planets aren't supposed to be friendly to each other anymore? Come on.
Exactly.
Why not?
Yeah. Exactly.
I hope that one of the scientists during that conversation actually used that argument. Like they had a pet goldfish named Pluto. And they're like, come on, guys. I know there's like lots of science and stuff, but I have a pet goldfish, and I don't want people to be like, you named your fish after a non-existent planet, and I'll have to correct them and say at the time there was a planet, blah, blah, blah.
You named your fish after just some celestial rock at the very end of our solar system, you stupid cuck. You're a solar cuck. Yeah, I don't want that either. I would definitely have been like, no, Pluto's a planet. I would have been on that team for sure. And the people at my hoedowns are always very impressed with how many former planets I pay respect to anyway. So
upon completing the game, the player character is approached by a variety of the monsters, each offering a single word or phrase as part of an in-game message. It's cute. Square says, which I think Square is the name of one of the enemies, I would imagine, try press B 4 times, hold left and up, start. And it really is that broken. I did not mistype that. See you again, the end. Now, I didn't try entering that code myself, but considering it's coming from the mouths of the monsters you just spent 30 minutes killing, I hope it's payback in some way.
Yeah. Jeez. He doesn't even say good luck too. Never trust an enemy that says good luck to you. You know?
Yeah. They don't want you to have any kind of luck. Yeah. Well, that was the 3D Battles of Worldrunner.
All right.
What a dumpster fire of a game that is. All right.
Yeah, I mean, the story, I will say, very riveting. You know, all of the Spanish planets I'm down with, Pervert Planet included. And yeah, I think, you know, all said and done, pretty shitty story. I love that we covered it here.
Yeah. Finally, it's documented for posterity.
Yeah.
All right.
This would be the most attention that story will ever get, and that's good.
More attention than even the writer himself gave, we could tell. All right.
Yeah.
Game numero dos. That is Solar System for Planet 2.
All right.
Toki. Toki. So Toki is a 2D platformer where the player controls an ape named Toki. But he wasn't always an ape. That's true. So let's get right into it. So everything from here on out, again, of course, except for our clever witticisms, is straight from the instruction manual. Part 1, Toki's story. So there I was, walking in the jungle with my girl Miho. Man, she's beautiful. Parentheses. By the way, I am or was Toki, the warrior. In parentheses. Suddenly, I saw my worst enemy, Vukimeldo, the sorcerer, step out from behind a tree. With him was my second worst enemy, Bashtar, the invisible giant. I should say, nearly invisible giant, because you can see his boots, gloves, and heart. Well, they attacked us. As Bashtar carried Miho off, Vukimedlo. Did I say Vukimedlo the first time? Oh, well.
You didn't.
Shit.
Keep going, though.
Okay.
No, fuck it.
As Bashtar carried Miho off, Vukimedlo turned me into a little helpless monkey. I was in despair until the spirit of the jungle stepped in. The spirit was really mad about the sneak attack and so he gave me the ability to shoot fireballs from my mouth. Parentheses, it feels like gargling. In parentheses. Now, to win back Miho in my human form, I must go to the Golden Palace to beat Vuki Medlo and Bashtar in a fair fight. But I'll do it no matter what it takes. Come on! This is going to be a wild ride.
All right. I liked, actually, you said Vuki Meldo the first time, and it sounded like a voodoo dildo, which I was pretty into.
That's what's on my brain most of the time.
When I was in school, though, I remember having to write diary entries for class, like nothing personal. I wasn't like, Dad's always drunk and Mom is sad. I just write something, and it's hard to motivate some kids to write anything.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a minimum word count, and I would be lazy and just repeat phrases just to hit that word count. Like, I walked my dog. I walked to the store with my dog. I didn't even have a dog. As I was walking my dog to the store, I saw a rabbit. And then this feels just as lazy as that when I was 9 years old writing about my dog in 4th grade. That's how this writing feels to me.
It absolutely does. Like, a good example is the fact that there's a refusal to replace the phrase, the invisible giant, and instead just write an entire following sentence explaining that the previous sentence was wrong is classic preteen diary activity.
Yeah, because what does he say up there? He's like, I should say nearly invisible giant. Yeah.
Just erase the invisible giant and write nearly invisible giant. Yeah.
Exactly, man. I guess they wanted to write it in preteen speak, but I don't know. Who knows? But what if Miho isn't his girlfriend's real name? And since Toki, again, is such a lazy writer, and now a monkey, he just talks like that. He goes, me name Toki, this me foot, and she's Miho.
oh, Toki, that's not appropriate.
Oh, I mean, she not Miho, she her own ho.
It's not the correction I was looking for, but it's progress. So nice job, Toki.
Thank you.
And we should also address the spirit of the jungle here. So he steps in to help Toki, and instead of using his magic to return Toki to his human form, which would have been the nice thing to do, he instead is like, nah, you can spit fireballs now. Like, how does that help?
Yeah, I mean, that feels like the spirit of the jungle is a little more interested in showing off some new spell he just learned than actually helping Toki. But, I was thinking, I could really get behind that. Because let's say you had the ability to transform him back into just some boring dude.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could let a wild-ass monkey run around committing arson for a few hours while you watched in a controlled environment. I mean, what are you going to do?
When you put it that way, there really is only one choice.
Yeah. If I was like an invisible god that you could only see my hat and my bush, I'd probably do that. I'd probably make the monkey burn down the forest for fun. That's just me. That's just my troll coming out.
What about your bush makes that the only part of your body that's not invisible?
I don't know. I couldn't think of what else on Bashtar you could see. I was like, I know he's got a hat. I mean, does he have a big bush?
I think you can only hear see his heart. Like, so he wears gloves and boots, I think, so you can see where he is, which kind of eliminates the whole I'm invisible thing. Like, why reveal yourself to people?
Exactly. Yeah, take that shit off or shave your bush, whatever you got to do. I was thinking of bush tar. My bad. It's a Bashtar, isn't it? That's where I got confused.
And he's very sensitive about that. He was called that all during grade school. Back to the text. As the player progresses through the game, each of the 6 stages is prefaced by a short text Wait, no, that's actually not the text. That's me saying that. Okay. That would have been great. That's better. I was like, that's better writing than most of the rest of the thing. That can't be in there. Okay. I was like, prefaced? Ooh, that sounds pretty fancy for a NES manual. Okay.
As a writer man myself, I think preface is a good word.
And as the player progresses through the game, each of the 6 stages of the game is prefaced by a short text intro, and I suggest that we explore each of these, starting with Stage 1, Labyrinth of Caves. Back to the text, by the way. The evil hand of Bashtar has seized lovely Miho. Her beloved, the mighty Toki, has also been dealt a wicked blow. Now reduced to a lonely ape, Toki must risk a perilous journey to free Miho and regain his manhood.
Oh, man. Yeah. All right.
So
A lowly ape, huh?
just
That's-
a lowly ape, who I thought, upon first reading that, was kind of sexist. So because at first I was a little bit defensive of how problematic it is to associate ownership of a woman as a symbol of manhood, right? But then I kind of realized, no, actually, in this case, he's literally trying to regain his status as a human man. He's a freaking ape or monkey or something.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good point. I didn't see that until just now myself.
Yeah. So I wanted to just jump right on top of this freaking manual and call attention to it, but I can't.
Yeah, make this monkey a man again is what we should be chanting, and we'll deal with the woman later. Women second, always. That's what I've always said.
Back to the level screen. I guess it's not the manual anymore. But anyway, stage 2, Lake Neptune. Having safely traveled the labyrinth of caves and escaped the jaws at the gate of Mornar, Toki sets out across the shark-infested waters of Lake Neptune. But beware the eyes of Rambaka.
Oh, man. This Bastard guy, he must be super fast because Toki took off after him almost immediately after that kidnapping. And he's already escaped through a labyrinth and is already through Lake Neptune? Must be booking it.
Well, he is a giant, keep in mind, so, he's got a long stride.
That is true. And he is only boots, gloves, a bush, and a heart, so he doesn't have to slow down for tree branches and shit. And the sharks, I'm assuming, can pass right through him. Way less water resistance, too. So, yeah, I see your point.
Huh. So this game is actually more logical than maybe we had thought. Maybe due to the simplified nature of NES games, there are fewer restrictions for the plot to get pigeonholed into.
So Toki has better storytelling than The Last of Us.
I think so.
And we've been canceled.
Stage 3, Cavern of Fire. Made bold by his recent conquests, Toki enters the blazing heart of the Cavern of Fire in search for Miho.
Wait, mine or yours?
I get it. Here, he will face a deadly test against Mogulvor, the beastly guardian of this underground inferno.
God damn, did they just punch each other in the throat, taking turns coming up with these names?
Mogulvor.
What was it? Mornar. Mogulvor. Jesus.
Yeah, that's why when it was my turn, I voted for the name. Ow!
You ever wonder why bosses are always at the end of the levels, though? Wouldn't, like, a giant sumbitch be better suited for frontline warfare to protect the weaker sumbitches?
That's true. I mean, you don't put locks on only your bedroom doors, leaving the exterior doors wide open.
Yeah, you wouldn't, like, put, like, a face mask on your butt.
Right. And castles don't have moats inside the castle walls.
Exactly. You don't put underwear on your face.
Wait. I don't think that's how that one works. Underwear isn't designed to prevent entry.
Well, what's it for then?
I honestly don't know. It seems like an unnecessary piece of clothing, to be honest.
It does do good against the gnats, so to keep the gnats out of there.
Assuming you want them out of there.
Nice.
Okay. Stage 4, Ice Palace. From fire into ice. Toki's mission takes him into the forbidden reaches of the Ice Palace. After swimming the underwater passageway, he must emerge to fight the frozen monster Zarzamoth.
Here we go again. Zarzamoth. You know what would have been smart? Hear me out.
What's that?
Not emerging to fight the frozen monster. Just keep on swimming on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but now hear me out. It's my turn.
Okay. All right.
By this point in his short life as a monkey or an ape, which I think is ape because he doesn't have a tail, right? So probably ape. Short life
Is that
as an
the
ape.
difference?
That's, yeah, sure.
Literally just learned that right there.
I think
Good
that's
job.
one of the differentiating factors. I'm not going to say it's end all be all, but I think that's one of them. But by this point in his short life as a monkey, Toki is realizing that asserting his dominance within the monkey troop is important.
Well, yeah, but he hasn't even thrown his own poo yet. And in the list of important things to do as a monkey or an ape or whatever, I'm pretty sure Now, not only knowing that monkeys had tails and apes didn't until this moment, I know a lot about monkeys and apes. I do know that throwing poo is higher than asserting dominance, right? Or is that how they do it?
Yeah. See, that's a good point because I would leverage that. See, that's why I would be an awesome monkey. I could tick both of those boxes with one act. The current dominant male monkey would be covered in my thrown poo by the end of day one for sure.
Dude, yeah. I mean, you're right. It would be hard to be dominant and poo covered, I think. Oh, well, I'm not sure though, because if I'm at my office, if I'm at my desk and my boss walked in very angry and covered in shit, I'd probably do whatever he wanted just to keep him away from me. Or to, I don't want that to happen to me. Like, what happened to you? I don't want to do that. Like,
but he's
tell me
respected.
what I need to do. Boss me around. Be alpha for a second. You shit covered human.
What if his only request is to give him a hug? That's how they get you. That's how those poo bosses get you.
And those damn poo bosses.
Stage 5, Dark Jungle. The crashing of thunder leads Toki to the dense canopy of the dark jungle. Fighting his way through the tangled vines, Toki faces a deadly contest against an old enemy, the pouncing Bashtar. If he wins, Miho won't be far.
All right.
But we can surmise, of course, that if he loses, Miho still won't be far, right? Of course, she'll just fall in love with Bashtar after seeing that Toki is a pathetic wuss.
Yeah, I mean, he might be a wuss, but at least Toki is visible. Gotta give him that.
Well, my own experience is that me being visible isn't generally a positive start to hitting on girls at bars, so I don't know if that's really gonna help him in this case.
Well, yeah, you're right. But being invisible is kind of like, kind of a pervert thing, and we'll have to put you on that planet.
Right. But she'd date you for the story. I mean, how many invisible dudes are there out there, right?
Kevin Bacon was Hollow Man. There's one. I think Chevy Chase did an invisible guy thing. There's at least two.
Yeah. Just two. See, that's the answer I was looking for. I didn't know the answer, and you helped me. Thank you. Stage 6, Golden Palace. Toki's final quest takes him to the place of Miho's imprisonment, the Golden Palace. Skating across the bridge of this guarded domain, Toki must battle his greatest foe, Vuki Medlo. Everything hangs in the balance.
All right.
Now, dear listener, you're probably assuming that the word skating is used here to creatively describe his acrobatic running and jumping, but no, he's actually skating using a minecart-like platform.
Huh. Well, when I heard skating, I thought of a skateboard, not running or jumping. I definitely didn't think of a minecart, but this is late 80s NES. We've already had the cave level, the ice level, the fire level, the water level. We have to have a minecart level followed then by a level with a super stupid spike in difficulty for no reason that makes you so mad you throw your own feces at your television to show it who's boss.
In the vernacular of video game development, that level is called the fuck this game I quit level.
Yeah. Or becoming alpha level, because that's when you show the TV who's boss with all your monkey feces, all your primate feces.
Well, you originally said it was your own feces, and now it's a bunch of monkey feces, which makes me think you have a bucket of monkey feces next to you at all times.
Yeah, I don't know why I suddenly just assumed I was Toki in that scenario when I really was talking about playing the game. You're right. So I do have to now improv as I have a bucket of monkey poop. I have to yes and this and go along with, yeah, of course I have a big blue 5-gallon Lowe's bucket of monkey shit that I keep on hand for whenever somebody wants to out alpha me.
And scene. So that's most of it, but when you beat the game, you're greeted with this lovely message. Your quest is over. The evil forces have been conquered. Toki, the warrior, embraces his sweetheart Miho in his arm. Now that your quest as the hero character of the game is complete, you are certainly ready to fight through your life as the human being, making the best of the valuable experiences you acquired in the game. So it's like a...
Really? It says Miho in his arm?
Yep. Single arm.
Did we lose an arm? I like that idea because, when we write these Tales of the Lesser Mediums, our characters usually get through unscathed. But I like the idea that maybe along the way Miho, or Toki fucked around and lost an arm. and now he's got only one. I like that.
I like to think that the spirit of the jungle guy, one of the side effects of his magic spell is that it gave his arms independent personalities, and one of them like totally cool with Miho. The other one thinks Miho's the biggest bitch in the world and just wants to be as far away from her as possible.
Yeah, maybe the one arm is like, no, this Miho, and the other arm's like, no, it's my ho.
So are they arguing about grammar, or are they arguing about who owns Miho?
Well, they're arms. I don't think they're very smart.
That's true. They're independent personalities. Magic has granted them that, but they're just not learned yet. You know,
they're not learned. No.
Yeah. So this is sort of a new game plus scenario, I guess, before that term was around, and it's kind of a ridiculous in-game reward because you get to play the game again in a way that completely negates the entire purpose of the game to begin with. So our hero has turned into a human. Now, go ahead and kill all of those things, not from a place of vengeance, but from a place of quaint conquest.
Yeah, no joke. Like, I'd like to see that conversation, like, at the end, like, to keep the canon going. Like, not just, like, it's a fun thing to have in a video game, but, like, they really try to talk to the character, talk him back into doing it again. Like, to see that conversation between the hero and Bashtar or Bushtar and Vuki Dildo or whoever. At the very end, he's like, hey guy, yeah, hey, sorry about all that monkey business there about that arm. That totally sucks. But good job. You got all the way through there. You got Miho back. That's great. Pretty cool stuff. Didn't expect that fire thing out of you, huh? Pretty crazy, huh? Throwing fireballs. Hey, what do you say? Set all this shit back up. Take your girlfriend hostage one more time. You roll through this again. Pretty fun, wasn't it? You up for that, pal? Huh? You want to do that?
That's way better than the reverse, where Toki is the one who's like, I really want to do this again, and Bashtar and the dildo guy are like, they're like an older brother that has to reset up all the dominoes when their little brother knocked him over too early. And like, damn it, I was almost done.
I want to do it again.
Well, that was Toki. That was Toki. That was a better game, I remember, than 3D Battle Worldrunner, whatever it was. So I'd say that's the winner so far in this contest that I just invented that we're having.
It was. I'm glad you randomly chose those two specifically, and I am also glad that Toki was actually good to talk about.
Yep. All right. Our third and final game, Astyanax. Did I say that right?
I think it might be Astyanax, but I don't know.
Astyanax.
There's a 90s commercial. I was calling it Astyanax for my entire life.
Yeah.
And then when I made the NES friend for it, it was like, get Astyanax on your Nintendo. And he said it in such a way that it could have also been pronounced 50 different ways. Like I could listen to it with one thing in my head and hear something different every time. It's like, one of those mind trick things. So it's the blue and gold dress or whatever all over again. So call it whatever the fuck you want.
I just like these first two syllables because it makes me think of a golfer who has who just shoves a tee right up a dude's butt and uses that to do a drive.
Yeah, he uses it in a very high part of the building. He uses it in his Astyanax. I hate it. I'm going to quit the podcast. I'm sorry. I don't.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so I'll say Astyanax. Is that what you said? Astyanax?
Astyanax.
Annex. Oh, like the building that you just said. Duh. Astyanax. Okay, got it. So let's move into our third and final game in this lesser-sode. Astyanax.
I think.
Astyanax.
We think.
Astyanax. You can substitute any of your own pronunciations every time we say it. I'm not even going to tell you what those are because then I will start saying the one we've agreed is the wrong one. So we're going to
just say it differently every time as a challenge to yourself.
So our third game is Astyanax. Is that like that one? Nasty Axe?
Ooh,
ass nasty? Is that one? All right. Our third and final game in this episode is Astyanax. I'm never going to get it. Astyanax. Okay. Our third and final game in this lesser episode is Astyanax. Astyanax is a 2D adventure platformer notable for its large sprites, which weren't common on the NES at the time. That's your little lesson to be learned in this episode. As I've said before, everything moving forward is directly from the instruction manual, except for our hilarious quips, which hopefully you will be able to discern from the text itself.
Please keep your seats upright and your tray tables up against the forward seat. Thank you.
Part 1. Dreams. The girl is beautiful. Probably the most beautiful girl you have ever seen. But she seems sad or afraid. Side note, maybe that's why this guy thought she was beautiful. He's kind of weird like that. Anyway.
Yeah, that is creepy, isn't it?
She is caught, trapped in some sort of bubble. And there is someone standing by her. Someone dark. Evil. She looks toward you and calls, Astyanax, Astyanax. And then you wake up. You are Astyanax, a 16-year-old student at Greenview High, and you haven't had a whole lot of sleep lately. A beautiful girl has been invading your dreams, along with something sinister. She's being held captive. You're not sure where. All you know is you're running late for algebra and can't worry about strange fairy tales.
Late for algebra.
So Astyanax is just like the name of a regular human kid.
Yeah, like with parents whose first date was at the front row of like a Renaissance fair for a jousting match, or maybe they were in the jousting match. Tough to say.
They seem very dedicated to that lifestyle. It's weird. Astyanax is like a fake name that you wish you had when you were 5.
Yeah, man. When the world was like completely full of possibilities, like when every piece of gravel you'd find had like a little piece of something shiny, a little piece of silver on it, and you're like, "This is pretty rare gravel right here. I'm gonna take it home, and stick it on top of my dresser, and tell my mom, don't throw it away, my gravel."
And of course, you showed that rock to every single friend and relative every chance you got.
Hell yeah, man. When friends would try to barter it away for baseball cards, like, you know, it's a pretty good rock. Maybe for like you got like a 92 Bowman King Griffey Jr. or anything? Or
Oh, if only I had that. Jeepers.
Yeah, you get that shiny gravel.
It's just such a, even the cover of the game, I remember Astyanax had like dragons and like crazy stuff. And then you just learn it's the name of the kid. It's a little disappointing, but hopefully the story will support such a crazy use of that name. I don't know. Let's find out.
Let's do it.
Part 2, Gate to Remlia. As you head home from school later that day, the questions of this morning appear again in your mind. Who is that girl? And who is keeping her in a bubble? You're so lost in thought you barely notice the sky change colors and the sun become a blinding ball of purple fire. And then everything goes black. Oh my God. Part 3, Cast of Characters, which we didn't do in our previous ones, but with a name like Astyanax for one of the characters, we should probably get a little bit of behind-the-scenes information on these characters, so that's why we're including them here.
Let's see what's up.
Cast of Characters. Astyanax, our hero, in parentheses with also an exclamation mark, which seems confusing. I'm supposed to be excited, but I also feel like I'm supposed to sidebar that excitement a little bit.
Just be like, Astyanax, our hero. I'm supposed to whisper it a little bit, like, guys, this is the good one.
Astyanax is a freshman at Greenview High. He has been selected by the people of Remlia to rescue Princess Rosebud from the castle of the evil wizard Blackhorn.
Do you think evil wizards are born with sweet names like Blackhorn? Or is it like the Pope or whatever? Like you get to name yourself? Like, you know, your name could be like Gary and you're like, I will be John the Ninth. Or maybe he was like a blogger at one point. That was his screen name. Like, yeah, I'm going to go by Blackhorn. Like he was an emo goth, but he played clarinet in band. So he's like, yeah, you guys can call me Blackhorn because clarinet's black and I'm into dark stuff. I'll play a horn.
Marshall, we are not calling you Blackhorn.
One day you will pay for your wickedness.
Okay, Marshall. But until then, please sit down and repeat the second measure of Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star in your clarinet. And this time, without cursing your bandmates to eternal damnation, please. And a 1, and a 2, and a...
Fuck you guys.
I know nothing about band or music because I don't feel like you really have to count in the band to Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, but maybe you do. I don't know.
Probably not, but I bought it. I was like, man, Caleb must have played jazz clarinet or something.
Character
he knows his lingo.
I know how to count. That's everyone knows counting is music lingo.
Oh, hell yeah.
Princess Rosebud, ruler of Remlia. Damn it, that's a hard thing to say. Princess Rosebud, ruler of Remlia, captive of Blackhorn, imprisoned, but far from helpless.
So why are we rescuing her then?
That's a good question. So, very helpless is what I think that is supposed to be said. Character 3, Cutie, friend and advisor of Princess Rosebud. She will be Astyanax's personal tour guide for his long journey.
I mean, forget the pretentious sounding Princess Rosebud, like we get it, you saw Citizen Kane. But like, my crush is on her cute little friend whose name is Cutie. I mean, come on.
She suffered the same thing as Marshall the Blackhorn guy. Like her real name is like Peggy Smith, and she's like, I'm just gonna go by Cutie. And all the girls hated her guts. I can tell you that for sure.
They're like, you might be cute if you shave your mustache, Samantha.
God, girls are mean to each other. I don't get it. Character number 4, I think we're at here. Blackhorn.
My boy.
The evil wizard. He has kidnapped Princess Rosebud because he hopes to drain her magical powers and add them to his own, all in an effort to rule the world. And he wonders why people always refer to him as the evil wizard Blackhorn.
Do you think he wonders why people think he's evil? He's like,
what? I'm just draining her powers to rule the world. What's so freaking bad about that? I also eat steak with ketchup and never use my turd stick. Why are you bullying me? Why?
It's that kind of booing that made me give up the clarinet at a young age. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
It blows.
Well, joke's on you. I actually wanted to eat salad for dinner, so all of these vegetables you're throwing at me are very helpful.
What a dick. Now I hate him. I used to like him. Now I hate him. Damn.
Character number 5, I believe. Thorndog. A heart of stone, a face of bone. Thorndog is the chief lackey, advisor of Blackhorn, a powerful magician with a bad attitude.
Yeah, like his name is actually like Alabaster Thornberry, but in high school his boys called him Thorndog to make him sound cool. Like his parents were pretty straight-laced Mormons and he had a real bad overbite, but he was still considered cool because of the mole on his cheek looked like a smiley face. Super popular and cool kid, that Thorndog, I bet. Thorndog, all right, my man.
Character 6, Caesar, monstrous creature with a gland problem. Blackhorn's pet, also known as Gremlin Face, the thing that walks like a chicken, and Daphne. Parentheses, but only to its closest friends.
My God. It's funny you mentioned that about this poor guy, because I also had a gland problem and went by Gremlin Face. You know, acne sucks, and teenagers in general are cruel.
I don't know why we are to believe that he has so many friends. This pet of an evil wizard has so many friends that he's only able to, that he then carves out a specific couple of them to be considered his closest friends that are allowed to call him Daphne. I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
That is true, because Daphne is like not cool. Like, I don't know. It could go a couple ways, because like your name's Caesar, which is kind of a cool name. And it's like, do you only let your close friends call you Daphne because you don't like that name? And like, only you guys can call me that. Right? I don't want everybody calling me that. Or is it like, hey, you guys are pretty cool. I'll let you call me Daphne because that's pretty fucking sweet. But that leaves the question, like, if whether Daphne's good or bad, people are still calling him Gremlin Face and the thing that walks like a chicken.
And those aren't even good nicknames. They're just, oh yeah, well you're the thing that walks like a chicken. Why not just call me Chicken?
Yeah.
That's a more direct and appropriate nickname. That's weird.
Like the thing that walks like a chicken sounds like Metallica tried to name it.
Oh man, I love it. Okay, so we've learned about your journey. We've learned about the characters in this journey. Eventually, there's an end to this journey, right? So let's talk a little bit about that. And the end game is a series of sort of slideshow type cutscenes, and I will describe them for you now. After successfully defeating the final boss dragon, Rosebud thanks Astyanax and invites him back to Remlia to celebrate. Astyanax passes, citing his mom and dad who are, quote, probably going nuts looking for him. Cut to Astyanax back in his own world, suddenly questioning if the entire adventure was all a dream. But we quickly learn that it wasn't a dream. During a walk, Astyanax happens upon Cutie, and as they embrace, the game ends with Princess Rosebud speaking from the heavens, offering Cutie to Astyanax as a reward.
Huh.
So this game turned into quite the disturbing tale of indentured servitude.
Yeah, man, that is not good phrasing, is it? Like, she comes down, she's like, yo, hey, sorry, I'm not real and all that bullshit. Do you want my friend Cutie? We didn't talk about this before. I hope that's okay, Cutie. I'm just giving you to this strange boy with a strange Renaissance fair name, and he walks like a chicken.
And she's sitting there repeatedly, like, blinking her eyes, trying to communicate some sort of help message to someone who will listen. But everyone's like, do you have something in your eye? Do you want me to
help? He thinks you're real. Please leave him. Yeah, that was good. Actually, I will say though, I have played. I've actually played and finished both Toki and Astyanax, and Tokai. Tokai.
That one's a little easier.
And yeah, they're both. I mean, if you like NES games, they're decent little times. I mean, they're not really made for the narrative, but it's fun to just fucking rip on it a little bit because it's stupid.
It's fun to make fun of things that were never trying to be more than those things you're making fun of them for anyway, right? It's just, It makes us feel good about ourselves.
I mean, it kind of helped. I feel a little bit better about myself. I will say though, I want to say for an NES friend video, I looked up what Astyanax, like what that came from, and it's just now occurring to me that Astyanax is a part of a Greek myth where he was the son of Hector, and at some point he's just thrown off the wall of a castle. But he survived it, evidently. They thought he died, and he ended up surviving it and coming back and being a warrior or whatever. But which makes you question why his parents would name him after a baby that got fucking booted out of a castle. Like, they didn't love him at all.
I wonder if maybe this is the like near death dream of that kid that got kicked out of the castle as he's lying unconscious on the ground before he comes back to consciousness. So this is what's going on in his head. Like, he jumped forward several centuries into the future, was in a high school. He knew what high school was in this weird dream of his.
Absolutely.
And rescued a kingdom. So there you go.
Hey man, whatever works. But yeah, I just recalled them. Like, I feel like this has something to do about a baby being murdered. I don't know why. And sure enough, yeah, they tried to kill that little bastard. But yeah, he survived. He was good. Over the walls of Troy, even. Which, if that helps, if you're like, wow, Troy walls, those were something else. To qualify that, yeah, pretty big walls there. Yeah, so there you go.
Nice.
His birth name was actually Scamandrius. So which do you like better? Like better?
No, that was a good change. That's a good change, I think.
Yeah.
The first one sounds like an STD. The second one, I guess, kind of does too.
The second one kind of sounds like it was named, like they tried to fancy up the name of like a type of lizard. Actually, yeah, he's named after the river Scamander. So, yeah, they're like, he kind of looks like let's name him Scamandrius. He looks a little bit like a lizard. I can't wait to throw him off a wall. Do you want to do it? You want to go ahead and name him something we hate? That way we won't miss him.
Yeah, there's no way he'll survive till high school, so this will be great.
It's a pretty tall wall. These are Troy walls. Troy built like a lawnmower you get from Walmart.
Is that where the horse, the Trojan horse, did it go through the walls of Troy, or am I mixing up my? I
thought it went through the door.
Well, thanks. Of course, asshole. What I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah, so it makes me wonder, like, so they lobbed this kid over the walls the first time to try to think, like, okay, let's test this wall out. Can anyone get over it? Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's throw our kid over. Yeah, it looks like they can get over it. Crap. Well, I don't have any other idea. I guess we'll just have to assume that no one's ever going to do that. And you know what? To their credit, no one ever did that. Instead, they came in through the gate. You know?
That's right. That's a good point. Yeah. So we've solved all of that Greek myth through this. It's very good. All right, everyone. That concludes this first ever Lessisode, a Tales of the Even Lesser Medium. Serialized games spanning multiple episodes are still this podcast's primary focus, we promise. But we wanted to try something a little bit different to fill in that long wait between episodes. We really want to know what you thought of this format. It might be something we do again, or we'll play around with it, tinker with it. We'd like both your positive thoughts and your critical thoughts if you have some, if you're capable. give us some critical ones. Positive thoughts keep us motivated. Critical thoughts make Caleb better. Please share such thoughts over on Twitter if you want to. That way everyone can see it and we can feel bad about what they've seen at Tales Lesser. Or you can keep it private and shoot an email over to polykillpodcast@gmail.com.
And be sure to subscribe to this podcast so that you know when the next season hits. A lot of work goes into making these, so there is no set release schedule for Tales of the Lesser Medium. Hell, that's sort of why this whole multi-game episode thing exists, as we've stated. So there's my positive tweet, Travis. Here it is. I like the way it puts more stuff in my ear holes.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, that's very kind of you, I guess. Thanks for reminding me, though, to block your account on Twitter. And if you would be so kind to rate and review us wherever you listen, that would be great, especially iTunes. That would help us out a ton because I guess iTunes are the only ones that matter. I don't know why that is. But if you'd like to reach out to us, you can do so on Twitter. Again, the show is at Tales Lesser. Individually, I'm at Trav Plays Games, and Caleb over there, he can be reached at Caleb J. Ross.
You can also send us an angry email about anything we got wrong to polykillpodcast@gmail.com, as well as check out the other podcasts we make over on polykill.com.
Goddamn right. And once again, our intro and outro theme, you can kind of hear right now. Can you hear right now? You kind of hear a little bit pick it up. That was lent to us by one of my favorite musicians ever, Brad Sucks. And he does not suck, so please check out his stuff on Spotify.
And thank you for listening.
And the tale has been told.